Hi everyone, my name is Fiamma Ferreira and I'm a student at Kaiser University. So picture this. Imagine it's your first day at college, you're super nervous, you don't know what's going on, and you're trying to figure out how you're going to make new friends, how you're going to connect with one another, and how you're going to survive as a college student. Next, I want you to imagine it's your second year of college, you have a group of friends who totally appreciate you, share the same goals, interests, and common things as you. Now the reason that I said that is because that's going to be the topic of my speech today. I'm going to be talking about why joining a sorority is going to be able to impact a college experience for a woman and how that can truly make her college experience. Now before I start my speech, I wanted to preface that I was in a sorority at Florida Atlantic University prior to Kaiser, and I was in the Sigma Kappa sorority. Behind me, you're able to see a few of the values, and it talks briefly about how the sisterhood was able to transform a couple women's lives and how that truly impacted their lives as adults, even though they went to college, and this was afterwards. So in my speech, I also wanted to preface as well that besides having personal experience, I also have researched things from Gallup and the National Panhellenic Council, which is going to be the people who organize all the sororities around the United States. So first, I'm going to talk about how sororities are able to help lifelong friendships and a strong sense of belonging, and also how this is able to help women connect with one another. The Journal of Sorority and Fraternity Life did a research that basically it was shown that women who joined in Greek life in college were able to be more well-rounded and better people versus people who were not in Greek life. And this was also shown that they have higher engagement and confidence when compared to other non-Greek members. Now, sorority memberships not only look at this, but it also looks at as well leadership and professional skills opportunities that are learned throughout college, but then as well that can be used outside of college that can help better run them well as a person. Members like myself took on leadership opportunities. So for example, I was in my sorority Sigma Kappa, like I mentioned before, and I was a alumni vice president. So I was able to not only help manage organizations, but help plan events. And this not only helped me while I was in college, helping to maintain a bunch of other women, but also helped me afterwards in my other job now that I have outside of college, and is able to help me be a better person overall. So this obviously helped motivate me and helped promote confidence in myself, which I think is a very important thing for a young woman to do when they're in college. A study from the Journal of Behavior showed that Greek life students outside of college were actually more engaged in their work-life experience versus others that were not. Now, besides leadership roles, being in a Greek life sorority for a young woman also benefits them by showing how they can contribute to services and philanthropy. This also helps too with networking afterwards, like I said before, with either getting a job or learning how to network and interview for jobs in the future. Gallup reported that Greek life alumni showed that people who did get these networking skills afterwards were able to successfully get jobs, whether that meant that they were connected from another person in that sorority, or if that meant that they were going to be getting better experience that then gave them those opportunities later on. So being in a sorority was able to help them benefit in getting jobs outside, and also help them with mentoring. Like I said before, when you're in the sorority and in college, it's so important for young women to be able to use this type of skills that are used. So that could mean that they were getting mentored from girls in the sorority, meaning that they were able to do either mock interviews or able to help them realize those skills that they need to further on excel and be successful once they're out of college. So overall, sororities are able to help a better sense of belonging. They're able to provide leadership opportunities, and they're also all to help you be an overall well-rounded woman that I think is super important to have once you're in college, and even more important once you leave college as well as a woman. And so for my audience listening, for those who have children who are younger and are about to go into college, I think it is a super important thing for them to know, for their children that are about to enter college, the impact that it truly makes on a woman's experience, and how it not only impacted me while I was in college, but later on impacted my life after college for the rest of my life. That's going to be all for my speech. Thank you so much for listening, and at this time I'm going to open the floor to any questions. Thank you.